These were the most advanced drones known for their stealth technology that they cannot be easily detected. And they were sent in swarms, in hundreds, because if we have hit 80 of them, that means at least twice the number were sent over here. I can say very conveniently about 150 must be here. So this was a very new thing in our area, in this region. But because we were all looking, Indians were also looking at whatever is happening in Ukraine, and we were also doing it. So I think both countries were quite good at it, employing these drones and also, downing these drones. We had to carry out a special technique to bring them down, because these drones are equipped with certain sensors, which, if your radars are open, they sense the location of radars, and then they also have a small content of explosive. They can go and hit the radar directly. So they are flying bombs, as a matter of fact. They are also called loitering ammunition. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Actually, what is being asked is, you want me to cover three aspects. First is the drone warfare, which has taken place. We all understand that employment of drones has become quite in these days. If we look at the Ukraine conflict and also whatever is going on in Middle East. But something unique about this engagement, which happens in the last 2 days as far as Pakistan and India are concerned, these were the most advanced drones known for their stealth technology that they cannot be easily detected. And they were sent in swarms, in hundreds, because if we have hit 80 of them, that means at least twice the number were sent over here. I can say very conveniently about 150 must be here. So this was a very new thing in our area, in this region. But because we were all looking, Indians were also looking at whatever is happening in Ukraine, and we were also doing it. So I think both countries were quite good at it, employing these drones and also, downing these drones. We had to carry out a special technique to bring them down, because these drones are equipped with certain sensors, which, if your radars are open, they sense the location of radars, and then they also have a small content of explosive. They can go and hit the radar directly. So they are flying bombs, as a matter of fact. They are also called loitering ammunition. So we very early detected this capability. We already knew it. So instead of opening our radars, we allowed them to come till they came in visual range, and also we could hear them because they make a certain humming noise. Then we engage them with the weapons, which are not radar guided, or which are very can say short range radar guided weapons, and we were successful in bringing them down. Now, the other part of the question is very interesting, that this integration of technologies which are imported from various countries, how the two countries fared in that. I think because we had an edge in that, we were already using F-17 Thunder with Western electronics and radars from some other country, the mainframe, the Chinese. So we were already good in integration, excuse me, and many things we were manufacturing indigenously. And the moment we got J-10Cs, because they were the original technology was the same. So for us, it just took, I think, 3-4 weeks to integrate them into our entire system, the radar system, the killing, systems, and the communication between various aeroplanes within themselves, fighter planes within themselves. I think what India lacked was that after acquiring the French Rafales, they took some time in really integrating them with their system, because they had Russian systems, they had some other Western systems, and now came these aircraft, and their indigenous capacity much lower than Pakistan. So that was the edge that we got, and then the other edge was the missile that we had. We had longer range BVRs, beyond visual range missiles, on our aircraft, and they had probably 150 kilometers. We had 200 kilometers range. So that was another, I think, factor which led to their humiliation. As far as, although you must remember that there were two world records made in the last 3 days. First one, that no Rafale aircraft has been hit anywhere in the world. This was the first time it was hit in the subcontinent here, and we did it. And second record, I think these advanced drones, within 48 hours, killing 80 of them, probably this must be another world record. I need to check that, but to me, I do not have in my mind that such number of drones, such advanced drones were hit in 48 hours. Now, where all this is going to lead to, and that is an important question. For the first 3 days, Pakistan was on the defensive. Although that is another story, that even during our defensive maneuvers and defensive actions, we inflicted very heavy losses to Indians, and especially the first day, which all credit goes to Pakistan Air Force. Whenever any Air Force dominates, it automatically means that we will also dominate the ground actions. We will also dominate the sea actions, because everywhere you got to have the air cover. So that was a great win-win the first day, and it raised the morale of the entire nation and also of the forces. And it was after 3 days that we responded to their offensive action. And it was just last night and today morning that we went for offensive across the border, through missiles, through aircraft, through standoff weapons, whatever these three means. Of course, the continuous shelling on the line of control, that is another thing. Artillery drills are going on. But so far, both the countries have used jet aircrafts, standoff weapons, surface-to-surface missiles, and heavy artillery and all that. Up till this point, control of escalation is possible, because these are weapons where you have good command and control, and nobody can fire unless ordered to fire. But once you start ground maneuvers, your forces start moving, or you start undertaking destruction of naval assets, then the whole thing can spiral out of control. So all the sane minds would like that this conflict must stop here. Of course, you must have noticed that initially big powers were not much concerned. They said that, okay, let them keep fighting and let them find out the solution. But now everybody is scrambling and telling both the sides that please calm down, but now, because now they've understood the gravity of the situation. But I think Pakistan should demand two things before accepting a ceasefire, because we have an edge as far as the present situation is concerned. So it is not an equal keel thing that both sides should say, okay, ceasefire and all that. So that edge that we have, we must demand two things. One, that this eternal problem, or this perpetuate problem of Kashmir, that must be resolved, and the world must give some guarantees that there will be talks on this after that. And secondly, the indirect strategy that Indians were doing, employing against us in Balochistan, by employing TTP and BLA and BRA and Daesh and all these things, that must stop immediately. I think if these things are discussed, peace can be attained, and the next 24 hours are crucial. If the Indians are, planning another wave of some offensive, then probably they want further humiliation, because in 3 rounds, every time they have been humiliated more than the previous round. So if they want the 4th level of humiliation, it is up to them. But I would suggest, and it is not, it is not the official, stance that I am saying. Just as a veteran, the one who understands warfare, the one who understands how it can spiral out, how it can impact both the countries, I would suggest that this is the time to calm down and to go for peace. Thank you very much.